Well, here we are, right here. This is the starter gear and the chain. This you get better view of it. This is the starter gear right here and the chain that starts the little motor. There's the flywheel that sorry about the sun. This is where the magneto is, the armature and all that stuff, the electrics. Right, this is the flywheel that spins it around. Right, but the problem I'm having right now is I don't have the circlip pliers to take the clip off, so I can slide the little gear off so I can get the starter out. See, the starter's all loose. I got the starter loose from the other side. I wasn't expecting this. I knew it was going to come through the thing, but I wasn't expecting the little circlip. I was expecting, you know, like a little nut or something. This is a Chinese thing. That's pretty, you know, high-grade invention right there. That's something, you know, somebody with a little engineering skill would come up with. But anyways, that's where I'm at right now, because what seems to be the problem is that I checked out all the wiring. I already did all that video. Made sure all the wiring's good and everything's good. You know what I'm saying? It got power everywhere. I used the meter and checked everything with the key on. You know what I'm saying? And but the button, the starter button here, wouldn't work. It still doesn't work. I had to jump the start. I had to jump the solenoid a couple of times. See, there's the solenoid. I had to jump the solenoid a couple of times to get it to turn over, right? So I figured, maybe the solenoid's bad. So I replaced the solenoid. This is the original one. I got this one off a GUI scooter that's over there around the corner that we've been using for parts bike, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these little Chinese things are the same. So I put this one on it, and it's the same thing, but it would jump, you know what I'm saying? So I would jump it across. But then once I started jumping it across, I discovered that the little motor was only turning over one time. Like that. You know what I'm saying? So what the hell is wrong with this thing? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it, testing everything. I tested everything again, everything had power, except the starter, the solenoid. Not the solenoid had power, right? You know what I'm saying? So I started listening to it, so I unplugged everything. I took the plug out, I took this cover off, and I took the electrics out, right? And I started spinning this by hand with my thumb over the spark plug holder to see if the piston was going up and down. And yes, it was. It was creating compression. It was blowing my thumb out, you know what I'm saying? It was turning over all the way around. Everything was good. So it's not, the motor's not seized up or anything. So what I'm figuring is this, is that the little tiny starter, right, it's probably burned itself out, and it's drawing too much current, and it's not turning. Because we all know what an electric motor is. It's just two parts. It's the windings and it's the armature that spins around inside. You know what I'm saying? When you put power to it, the armature is going to spin. But this one is not getting enough oomph, so I'm thinking that the starter's bad. So that's why we're here where we're at. Right? As I was taking the starter out, but I discovered that I need the circlip pliers. So I got to wait for my friend, Mr. Navarez, who lives next door, who gave me this little project, to see if he's got a pair of circlip pliers. Otherwise, we got to figure out where to get some, so I can get the starter out. Right? Once we get the starter out, then we just buy a new one, replace it, and this little thing should go. Right? Everything else checks out. Look, I got the gas tank on. Here, let's get out of the sun so we can see what the hell we're talking about. So you got the little gas tank on it, mounted. It's got gas in it. Right? You got the battery. The battery's over there. You understand? Soaked the chain in the oil. Right? Put it back on. Lined up the rear end housing, so it's all lined up. Everything turns. Everything's good. See? Everything's good. There's a little kink in the chain still, but it'll work its way out. I checked everything. Everything on this little quad seems to be doing good. You know, I have no idea. You know, the only conclusion I can come to is that the starter, right? There it is, the little clump thing. See, it's all rusty. It's the original one. God knows how old this thing is, right? It's the only thing I can come up with to why this little thing won't start, right? Other than that, it should be ripped. Look, here's Mr. Navarez painted the body. Painted it this bright yellow. It looks really cool. I suggested we take where the little stripes are, put some red pinstriping on it, but it's got a little metal flake in it. You can see it. It's looking really cool. And we're fixing it.